guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly and it is lovely to see you today. In this video we are going to be talking about defensive magic for the home. So today we're going to be doing some defensive magic. This is something that I did a while back for my house and it kind of stopped working because basically I was decluttering my house, changing things around, and when you start shifting around the energy you need to redo all these steps, and I thought what a perfect opportunity to show you all what I did to make my house safe and to keep the energy nice. One thing I have to say though is a lot of this information, in fact about 95% of it, comes from my teacher Linda at Heavenly Guidance. I will leave a link to her website down below so that you can check her out, check out the courses she offers. I've learned so much from her. She's an amazing teacher and a lovely person, and yeah, go and check her out. So why do you need to protect your home? Basically your home is your sanctuary. It's where you can come, especially if you're an empath, if you're doing tarot work, if you're doing healing work, if you're doing any kind of Reiki or witchcraft, anything like that. You need to protect your home. You need to set it up to be safe for you to practice. And these are the steps that I've been taught how to do it. If you have different ways of doing it, definitely let me know down below. But this is how I was taught. So the reason this came up for me personally is because over the past couple of months we've been changing around the house, sorting things out, decluttering, setting things up, and I'll be honest, my husband told me that every couple of nights I've been waking him up in the night screaming and saying somebody's standing at the foot of the bed. Yeah. Terrifying. So I spoke to Linda and I was like, Linda, what is going on? And she was basically like, you need to completely take everything down, all your protections down, and redo them. So this is how you keep bad spirits, negative energy, that kind of thing out of your home. You keep it safe, you keep it clear, and you're not going to have to worry about anything coming into your home that you don't allow or that isn't light energy. And this is so important. My husband's a police officer, he takes public transport, so he collects a lot of negativity and he brings it into the house without realizing it. So I thought it was really important to just make sure to clear our house out, and I really wanted to share my step-by-step process. So as always, the very first thing that I did, me and my husband were doing this together, so we sat down together and we meditated. We used Insight Timer, which if you follow me on Instagram or on my blog, you will know I'm a big fan of Insight Timer. It's a free app that you can use. This is not sponsored, but it's a completely free app, and there are thousands of really brilliant, uplifting, amazing meditations on there, as well as podcasts as well. You can pay a little bit of money and have access to thousands of courses on loads of different things. So we picked a grounding and protecting meditation from there and sat down together and meditated for a good 20 minutes, just really making sure we were grounded and protected. And I talked about this on a recent video about being an empath, so if you want to learn more about that step, definitely go and check out that video. The next thing we wanted to do was to close any unprotected vortexes. Now vortexes appear anytime you are not protected, you're not grounded, and yet you are reading books about the paranormal, watching videos about the paranormal, reading, learning, doing tarot, dabbling in whatever you're dabbling in. You will open up a vortex, and this is kind of like, how I understand it, it's kind of like a lift for any kind of spirit to just pop up in your house. We had quite a few downstairs that we didn't realise we'd done because my husband really loves the paranormal. I'm not really into it. Like I love witchcraft and doing spells and stuff like that, and the spiritual side of it, but the, you know, talking to the dead is not really my jam. I'm not really interested in that. There are plenty of people who are, and my husband's really into it, so he's been reading a lot of books and doing a lot of things, and it turns out he's been accidentally opening up vortexes that we didn't even realise. So what you do is you need a pendulum. Now you can make a pendulum out of anything. I got this. It's lapis lazuli, I don't know if you can see that, on a silver chain. And I got this off Etsy, but you can make your own with a necklace. It doesn't have to be anything like a shoelace with a knot in it. You can use anything. This is how you talk to your spirit guides, and you basically just ask them to close any unprotected vortexes. If you'd like me to do a video specifically on pendulums, I can do that. I'm not great with the pendulum, but I managed to do some good work with it, and even got my husband really into it. He borrowed one of my pendulums and he was loving it. He was loving talking to his spirit guide, and in the end he took over. He was like closing down the vortexes all around the house, and he went and did the garage and his car, and I was like, dude. He loved it. But basically you just ask, is your spirit guide there? And it will, if you've never used a pendulum before, you basically ask, is your spirit guide there? Mine always goes forwards and backwards for yes, left and right for no, and then round in a circle for if it's thinking about it or my spirit guide is doing something that I've asked it to do. So you ask, is your spirit guide there? Then you ask it to close down any unprotected vortexes and take any negative energy or any negative spirits away. Just take them away. And you do that in each room separately. It took a while to do, and it actually really drained a lot of my energy, because obviously I have chronic illnesses, and I find this work very draining. But thankfully I had my husband there, and we worked together and we worked through it all, and it was so much fun to do together. I really enjoyed it. So you definitely need something to use as a pendulum. I know the Witch of Wonderlust, one of my favourite witch YouTubers, has just done a video about them, so I'll link to that down below if you'd like more information. The next thing that we did was sage the house. Sage is, this is white sage. It's been burned a lot, that's why it's black at the end. But we thrifted this bowl, it's gorgeous. And basically all you do is you light it, and then once the flames have gone out, it starts to smoke, and then you go through the whole house, every nook and cranny, every corner, every cupboard, every wardrobe, everywhere, every little space possible. Make sure you do, because spirits can hide in little corners of your home and little cupboards. They love little spaces, so get in all those areas and just clean it all out with your sage. The next thing you want to do is pick somewhere where you meditate a lot, where you do your work. Say if you've got an altar, pick the room that you've got your altar in, or the place where you do your spiritual work, and ask again, get your pendulum out and ask your spirit guide to set up a protected vortex. So this will be a vortex the same as the unprotected ones. The difference is because it's protected by angels, and you need to make sure that you ask that these angels be replaced if they get tired or they need a break. Because otherwise you're going to have tired angels guarding you, and it's not going to be very good. So definitely ask for that as well, and just definitely make sure it's in somewhere where you do a lot of your work, so that the place where you're working the most, the place where you're drawing that kind of energy to you, is where you've got your protective vortex, and it's always going to be filtering out any kind of energy that you need gone. You don't want to be collecting negative energy or negative spirits, not at all. The next thing you need to do is set up golden pyramids. So this is like a golden pyramid above your house and below, so like a mirror image. so that your house is in between them. And these pyramids are just there to really protect the house, to keep it really safe, to filter out anything bad, and to just keep it cleansed, keep it nice. You can do extra things like put psychic sieves in your doorways and in your windows. And again, you ask for this using your pendulum and speaking to your spirit guides. You can also ask for angelic guides on your roof. You can ask for dragons on your roof. You can go crazy. Whatever you believe in, whatever your totem is, whatever your spirit animal is, you want something to guard your home, just ask for it. And as long as you believe in it, as long as you have that faith and you ask for it, it's going to happen. You just got to have faith. 'Cause I gotta have faith. I also personally asked for an angel on the roof to guide people to the house that are going to help me in my journey. So people with good energy, people who are going to be members of my tribe, people who are going to help my business, who are going to help me as a person grow. And that's definitely something really important that I wanted to put in. Because I do find that I want a little tribe, and you guys are my tribe online, but I would love some friends in real life who are interested in the same things as me. So I asked for that, and they also like keep a little lookout, make sure everything's cool in the hood. Don't worry, I'm never going to say in the hood again. It's never going to happen. The last thing you want to do is the pure love symbol. So you want to put your hand like this. So your hand is like, ugh, it's hard to show you. It looks like a Vulcan sign, but your this finger is in front of the others. I don't know if you can see that. And you want to do it so it's like a figure of 8 and then a figure of 8. And you do that 3 times on each wall. And that just seals everything that you want to happen to the house. Everything, it will be then solidified and you won't have to worry about it. There you go, your house is protected. I would say if you do a lot of work with spirits, to sage your home probably once a week. I personally do it on the new moon and the full moon, the day after. So when I'm taking my crystals after charging off the windowsills, I need to sage them. So I'll sage all my crystals, get them all nice and recharged and cleansed, and then I'll do a once over with this around the house just to make sure that everything's clean and nice and we haven't accidentally brought anything home. If you're having trouble with any kind of spirits, anything that makes you feel uncomfortable in your home, these are the steps that are going to make sure that you get your power back in your house. This is your space, this is where you're supposed to feel safe. So make sure that it's set up to be the best it can be for you. My living room is so comfortable. It's where I do all my work, it's where my protective vortex is, it's where all my crystals are, and I love sitting here and meditating, taking time with God, and it just really fulfills me. If you have a place like that, that's where you want to set up your vortex. If you've got any more questions on any of the things I've talked about, if anything's not clear, just ask me down below. I can do a dedicated video on any of the things that you're a bit unsure about, or I can just answer you in the comments. I love chatting to you, so definitely head down there and leave me a comment because I love it. It makes my little heart sing. While you're down there, why not hit that little subscribe button, then ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, health permitting. I do my best. And I would love to see you join the tribe and become a little butterfly with me. I would love that, so definitely think about hitting that subscribe button and joining the tribe. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I love talking about this with you and sharing my little path, my little way of keeping myself safe. I hope it helps you. If you've done anything different to this, or if this has helped you, or if it's something you're going to try, let me know down in the comments. I hope you have a really wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a lovely day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.